Nobody can buy from you if they don't know who you are. That's why personal branding is so important in social media and building and mastering your digital reputation. So for tip number 6 in my 20 tips of 2020, I want to share with you how to balance personal and professional to build a very strong personal brand. Now, this is probably the most common question I'm asked, and I probably should have had this as tip number 1. But a lot of people ask me, how do you build a personal brand and keep it professional? How do you know where to draw that line of personal and professional, vulnerability and oversharing? Here's my tip to you. People want to connect with you. They want to connect with the you that builds these stories, that lives the life. They don't want to connect with the company or the product that you're selling. They want to connect with you, the person who sells them that solution. So here's what I suggest you do. When you're sharing and opening up your heart and being vulnerable, I suggest that you share the sunshine and the rainbow after the storm. So think of vulnerability and a struggle or a challenge as the storm. You're going out into the storm, you're getting soaked and wet, and it's never enjoyable to have to drive in those conditions. But where you can share it, where that shareability comes from, where people can relate and connect at a very powerful level, is afterwards. After the storm settles and the rainbow comes out and the sun starts piercing through those clouds, baby, that's where the magic happens. Talk about your struggles after you've gotten through them and you've found the solution. Nobody wants to hear a complainer. Nobody wants to hear you whine about a struggle that you're going through. We want solutions because chances are there's a dozen or more of us watching your content that are going through the exact same thing. So we want those solutions to connect with you and grow with you and learn from you. That's why we're here on social media, to learn and to grow and to further our lives. So that's my suggestion for you when you're building your personal brand and you're trying to figure out how much personal and professional you can bring it together and make a beautiful, beautiful piece of vulnerability using your authentic self, but in a very strategic, tactful way. For example, when I share about my struggles with multiple sclerosis, I will share the difficulty of not having a job and applying for jobs with a disability and how nobody wanted me anytime I checked that little box. However, when I had conversations with recruiters, they couldn't tell and they didn't really care. They were just worried about fulfilling their quotas, right? And getting the best match for their clients. And that's when the magic happened, building those authentic relationships. And that is after the fact. That's not during the challenge itself. So without dragging this video on forever and ever, I hope you learned a thing or two about balance of that personal and professional piece of the puzzle and building your cohesive brand, because it is an art and it does take skill and tact and grace, but you can do it. So if you have any questions about building your personal brand or about sharing a struggle and making it work for you instead of using it as a way to control you, let me know. I would love to help you master your digital reputation